Yeah, we'll be able to chat some more in a few minutes. Yeah, feel free and sticking around. You can even interject and talk if you want. I really don't care.
No, I'll just mute myself and listen to your nonsense.
Okay. All right, Honky. What you
Mhm.
when you open up this cask and the bolt flies by your face, the piece of fabric that was sticking out goes in very deeply into like the fabric of what's going on in this box, and as you pull it back, this is what you're able to be presented with.
Shwanana.
So you don't. So I want you to roll. You rolled a religion check. So whenever the reason why I gave you a religion check is, you know this not to be a weapon used by anybody in Talmaria. You know this to be a weapon from abroad.
I've studied abroad or two.
Yep. So what it is if you go ahead to where your actions are, you can actually see the S-Dock of light is actually there identified for you. So
Actions.
so
Oh yeah.
so what it does is,
Sean, are you streaming this or no?
yeah, if you want to watch it on Twitch, we're streaming on Twitch now.
If you click on his name, like when you look at, if you're in the Discord, if you click on his name over in like the player list, it says like streaming.
Oh, see, it says watch.
Yeah. Will you do me a favor and push the map again, Sean? I accidentally pulled that
Yep.
picture. Actually, I didn't accidentally do it. I just forgot that it was going to delete the map when I did it.
1 second. Bam. So yeah, you should be able to see that on your character sheet now. You need the map pushed.
I do too. Things.
Bam. There you go. All right, so what you're able to discern from this with your Arcana check is, you know, this is kind of like, it's a very weird looking sword that's from a different religion, but you notice that when you pull it out of its really weird sheath, it actually glows.
Oh,
So this
all
thing
right.
puts out a light that is in a 15-foot radius, makes it bright as fuck.
All right. Well, can I reinvestigate the room now that I can see better?
Yeah, sure.
Do I get a roll with advantage since I can see better?
No, not at this time.
Investigation.
All right, so you happen to not see too much else. You do notice you could probably finger a couple of the iron bars that are laying there. Nobody would probably notice. It doesn't seem to be very well kept.
Yeah, I'm gonna take like 4 of those.
There you go. So I'll just get you to type that in your inventory, and we'll worry about weight later.
Or what kind of bars are they?
We'll say iron ingots.
Iron ingot. All right, so we'll worry about weight later.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Okay, so I'm done in this room then.
Yep.
All right. Well, how long did that take?
Oh, not long at all.
Okay, so we'll say I still got like 3.5 hours.
Well, yeah, this is pretty much free time now. You're not really limited by anything because you've already done your studying. You can go back and finish your studying if you want, or you can just
Well, I want to
proceed.
go in here to the forge now that I've got these cool iron bars, and I can now have a crafting kit.
There you go. All right, so as you enter in,
Oh wait, I want to backplay, and I want to snatch a whole bunch of that shit that I saw to make bows.
okay, so let's put probably 5 units of wood into your inventory.
5 units of wood. Okay.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right. So as you enter in the building, you're greeted by a dwarf that's sitting behind a table. It says, "Greetings, sir. My name is Dimitri Glasshand. I am the curator of this wonderful establishment. How may I help you today?"
I'm going to flex hard as shit, being a Goliath, and I'm going to reply to him in Dwarvish. Greetings. My name is Steve. I need to borrow or procure a forge if that is possible.
Ah, Oh, he's like really impressed with you. He kind of leans back on his chair, puts his fingers up in like a TP formation, and goes, "Oh, you speak the language, do you?" And he says it in Dwarvish, and he kind of says, "I believe that my services can be acquired. You just need an internship here, and you're more than welcome to use our forges if you wish."
Does your internship cost money?
Absolutely not. This is for procuring adventurers who just see our way is more granting knowledge to people more than providing a menial task.
Ah, yes. I'm interested in being an intern in a place that is willing to teach me to forge and master my skills.
Says, very well, very well. He takes a step back from his chair. He roots through one of the drawers.
Are there any other dwarves in the room?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the place is full of them.
Okay.
So he goes up and he just tosses you this little burlap sack that seems to be encasing something.
Alright, well, I'm going to open that up.
That is your internship for the forge, so you can write that in your inventory.
Alright. Forge badge.
Yep.
Alright,
and then that unlocks this. So that's how the forge works. And I'll put that very large on the screen so people at home can read it too if they wish.
So cool. You've like come up with like entire crafting systems for us.
Yeah.
Oh man, dude. So we have an entire setup built for when Sean takes back over the Caspian Sea, and it is fucking wild. I cannot wait to see Karamor.
It's going to be very interesting. Yeah, exactly. Next thing you know, fucking Kote says, yeah, a big meteor hits Karamor and you lose all your inventory.
Right. And Cthulhu's there, and he doesn't like the beer that you serve, so you burn it down.
Right on. So here's how it's going to work, Honky, and I'll kind of metagame this part. So the way this works is whenever you play or don't play, you can choose to work on your job. So what would happen is whenever you're deciding to craft something, what you need is material, a quality crafting kit, time, and whether or not you want to enchant it with magic or not. So the material is listed as the items used to craft weapons and armor such as wood, metal. Flavor items can be added for aesthetic purposes, because I was thinking of your Yanti skin you were wearing in the other campaign.
Mm-hmm.
And also, the crafting kit must have a crafting kit and be proficient with it. So you can purchase proficiency learning from him, but you already have the crafting kit.
Right.
So now, when it comes to time is relative but can't be ignored. It'll be played as sessions. It may take several sessions to make it so that it will not subtract from game time. So if you want to build a common item that has no magical properties, you can just make it. Just instantly make it. If it's uncommon, 1 session, rare, 2 sessions, 3 very rare, yada yada yada. Now, if you want to add an enchantment onto a piece of gear, it will take a bare minimum of 1 session, and you have to have an Echo Lily in your possession to be used within the crafting. Now, you can add a spell to that weapon without using an Echo Lily, but if you want, you can roll a D100 to have a random multiplier added to it.
Copy. So, reading through this, we're going to go with a very rare, large class. You know what I mean? Like as big as fucking Steve can carry, being a Goliath class. Bow. And we're going to enchant it because you said you gave me an Echo Lily.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to... Do you have a page already set up for the D100?
No, I don't. So this will be the... so 3 sessions from now we can discuss it. But I think like we'll have enough time in between sessions to be able to discuss what you actually want. And then we'll worry about it when this 3rd session comes. Now, one thing that wasn't made mention that I kind of fucked up in, and I'm kind of realizing how this works. Every stage, I'm going to make this right now, every stage of session 1, 2, and 3 will take an additional Echo Lily. My bad. I forgot to... I just noticed the flaw in this.
Can I buy those somewhere?
You don't know. as of this point. I'm not saying you won't be able to find it, but I'm not saying you can.
Okay.
Everyone in the party has one. Maybe someone will be nice and give it to you.
Well, I need 2.
So you can remember, you can build a common one for free. It'll take 1 Echo Lily for an uncommon, 2 Echo Lilies for a rare, and 3 for a very rare.
So can I build? All right. So can I build an uncommon or a common one now?
Mm-hmm.
I want to build the biggest bow that I can with no blah blah blahs or anything. Just like boom, here it is.
So you won't be able to craft anything better than what you already have with that fucking compound bow that I built you at this specific time. You may choose to look for a blueprint elsewhere, but for uncommon purposes, no, you wouldn't be able to build anything better.
All right. So now that I've shown my dwarven powers here, I want to try to talk to the Dimitri Glasshands here
Mm-hmm.
and see if he has any type of blueprints that a Goliath could use. A Goliath Ranger could
All
use.
right. He kind of leans back and he kind of looks through some paperwork.
I'm asking him this in Dwarvish too, by the way.
Ah, cool.
Like I've never stopped speaking Dwarvish to this man.
Nice. So as you start to talk to him a little bit, he says, "Oh, I don't think I have any, but I believe I know somebody who does. Maybe you want to speak to Machiavelli. He might be able to find you something." So, Machiavelli is the third leader. He's the leader of the Seer, and he was he's the one that jumped on the airship with you. He was in the same room as Ulani whenever you met her.
Ah, yes. Okay. The Dragon Man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Copy. Okay. I don't speak the Dragonborn, so I don't think he'll be as impressed as you are with me.
He says, "Albeit the dwarf sounds of Moradin call," and he gives you a bow with a hand on his chest.
I'm going to follow suit.
Okay, so he basically gives you directions, and it's the plateau to the east.
Alright. So, I'm gonna slam I can't make anything better than I'm already carrying, right?
Unless you use an Echo Lily.
Right, I'm not trying to use an Echo Lily. I've already got a fucking weird weapon that does crazy shit. Can I make a bigger sling that lets me throw a bigger object to do like a more damage?
Not to my knowledge at this point. Again, like, who knows what the future may hold. But these are just basically the weapons you see in the crafting list of stuff that you can build are basically simple and martial weapons of Talmeria. Those are the blueprints that you see.
Alright, well, we're going to start building a Talmerian Goliath longbow, very rare, with the enchantments on it. And I'm going to ask this guy if he knows where I can buy or procure some Echo Lilies.
Okay, he says, the very, very rare indeed. Sometimes they're used as currency in this area, albeit I have not seen one for quite a long time. The last one I actually seen was Marcus, who came in and crafted himself quite a hefty blade.
I'm going to pull out the one that I have and show it to him. Like, I just need 2 more.
What are you pulling out?
My Echo Lily.
Oh, you're
showing. Yeah, he says he hasn't seen one in a long time, so I'm going to let him see one.
Sorry, I almost shit my pants. I thought you were pulling out the sword.
Oh, no, I'm not silly.
Oh, I had to get clarification. I had to get clarification on that one.
Oh, look what I found. I found it in a box.
So he looks over and sees the Echo Lily that you pulled out of your pocket and says, "Oh, be it a rare item indeed." And he's saying this back in Dwarvish. "I believe you could probably imbue something you already have with magic for that one at least."
Would that cost me any time to do so?
It would cost you, metagame, it would cost you 1 session and 1 Echo Lily.
Oh, just the enchantment instead of crafting from scratch. Okay.
Yeah, so he can make basic, simple, and martial weapons for free automatically, and then if he wants to add a magical effect to it, it bumps it up to uncommon, and you need an Echo Lily, and it'll take a full session.
So there's nothing better I can do to my bow. Okay. Boop-a-doop. We're gonna go over and talk to the Dragon Man. I'm gonna
Sure.
bid my farewells to the dwarven brothers in here.
They give you a nice little bow. You can kind of see it, like, as you're exiting the actual room, you can kind of hear them singing a dwarvish tune that you're familiar with. And it goes, Amun Suri Dawabari, which translates to kind of like a nursery rhyme for small children that follow the crafting faith. It's a very beautiful song as you're exiting. All right, you put your piece where you want it to go.
Over here, talk to the Dragon Man.
All right.
The place I was afraid to go.
All right, so as you step foot over here, here's the doorway to get in. So you're looking at a large door with a doorknob on it, and it seems to be ajar. You can actually hear loud conversation coming from the other side.
I'm going to listen to the conversation.
Very good. Allow me a moment.
Let's see if it's a situation I should walk in on, or see if it's something I should give them time for.
So you kind of like listen into the room, and you can kind of get like a little bit of a visualization from the door being ajar. And as you look in, you can see a very large makeshift conference room with a makeshift throne made of books. There's a tiefling sitting above it, above everyone else. Chairs, broken things surrounds the entire area. You can kind of see tieflings sitting, arguing with one another, and it seems to be open court. One of the tieflings steps forward and says, "What is the plan? I mean, what do we do? The Tarl have taken the city." Tiefling 6 steps forward and says, "The only remaining forces that we have are the Sali and Seer that are on the ship." The next tiefling steps forward and says, "All the Tarl forces on the ship are in cages. We should just kill them and be done with it." But what of the damage in the Echo Lab? I mean, the lab and the engine room are constantly under attack. The criminals could still be out there somewheres. And then all you see is Machiavelli stand up and go, "Calm, calm, calm." The chatter dispels. Friends, the danger continues even now. An unseen force moves to destroy us all. Our Echo Lab was recently attacked, and it seems like a lot of information was either stolen or destroyed. We have no idea who is behind this or what they are after. My men are currently spread so thin, we need assistance. We need to talk to Quinn and gas staff about hiring more people. The amount of people we have right now, I admit, is more than I thought, but we always could use more. So I need you to roll a history check for me.
Boom. Steve's page needs to go to skills, and then go to history. Why the fuck is it always this? 15.
15. So you're able to put 2 and 2 together that something really fucked up has happened, and like this place is sounds that it's constantly under attack. And as you're looking up and down the room, you can kind of see that all the tieflings are starting to argue again, and you can kind of hear the roar come up. But you actually feel a breath of wind behind you.
I'm going to turn around.
All of a sudden, because you're so tall, you look and you don't actually see anybody right off the bat, and you're like, "What the hell?" But then you look down and you see this large bird covered in like a cloak that says, "Friend, be it danger. Teammates needed. Assistance, Westra. Come." And as you look towards this, like, fucking crow in a nice, like, fucking hooded veil, he extends his hand forward and he gives you an item wrapped in cloth.
I'm going to look at the item.
The item is a internship for the guards.
Nice. So now I got a guard badge.
Yep.
Inventory. G-U-A-R-D.
So as you put that in, you kind of like lift it up out of the casing, but you also see something else beside it.
All right. Do I investigate this? Or
You can just look at it. You can just look at it. So as you look at it, you can also see, like, decked out in gold with a giant gem in the middle. It's an Inquisitor's badge.
An Inquisitor's badge. Alrighty. Getting
So,
all kinds of accolades today.
so he introduces himself. My name is Pretty Bird. I am here to serve. So what?
Yes.
So what Pretty Bird is he's a sidekick that follows the party around, and you can send him on missions if you want, if you have the appropriate goods.
Copy.
Says, my friend, Westra, looking is for all need come quickly.
Alrighty, I will follow you, little birdman.
So he kind of like waddles off ahead of you. He's pretty fast for a bird, but he takes you up to the top location, and where you're greeted by Westra.
So yeah, I definitely did not want to go into that room either way. Like, even before this bird showed up, I was not going in there.
I had a feeling. All right, so
Yeah.
So-
hey man, fuck these dudes, we're killing us.
Yeah.
No.
all right, so you guys end up meeting up together out in front of the Echo Lab.
Salutations, friend.
Westra just kind of thinks to herself, "Oh God, it's him." Hi, Steve.
I've done some reconnaissance and investigations here. I can now make random weapons and armor at my leisure. Have you came across any echo lilies by chance?
Westra doesn't look particularly impressed, but she's just gonna say, yeah, there's a lab for echo lilies right here. I was just about to go in because the rest of our crew is, well, according to Mr. Pretty Bird, danger.
So he keeps selling. I thought he was talking about you were in danger.
What? No, I'm fine.
As am I. So I guess we'll go figure out who's. I need a couple more of these echo lilies before we go anywhere. I just want to put that out there. I know these guys are nice people, but I feel like if I get a handful of these things, I can really help the group.
Westra doesn't look convinced, but okay, I'll see what I can do.
All right, so now we're going to take a brief pause, and I'm going to ask everybody's energy levels.
I woke up.
I just cracked open a beer. I'm good.
All right,
Yeah, I'm
we're
drinking Mountain Dew.
gonna end Honky's Steve's solo adventure number 2, and then we're gonna pick up on episode 11. So we're gonna take a quick short break, and then we're gonna pick it up where we left off.
Oh, okay.